to go do hotspots now. This is a cutaway view of the Earth, and there is heat being generated way down in the core from radioactivity and other things that are going on, but the core is so dense that it can't rise by itself. So the heat comes up and it warms the base of the mantle, and when that gets hot enough, that starts to rise and it will be coming up. And at some point when it's coming up, it might look something like this, sort of having a mushroom head that we can see there, and that is headed up towards the surface. Later, if we come look at it, you'll have the heat down here, the thing will be rising up there, and the head will mate it up to the top, and there'll be immense outpourings of basaltic lava going over the surface in what we call a flood basalt. But eventually, that flood basalt will be carried away by the drifting plates, and you will be left with something that looks more like this. It's coming up from below, it comes up here, and you have heat there that is trying to leak through. Now let's go to a different diagram that shows that, and we can do this. And so here is coming up from below, the hot spot. It's trying to break through the lithosphere up here, and it does so in particular places, such as Hawaii, there at Mauna Loa and Kilauea. And you might have 2 or 3 places that are active at once, but eventually, as the Pacific plate moves over, these will be carried away, and a new one will break through, and then a new one will be broken through as that comes along. And this has been going on for a very long time. This one out here is, for example, Kauai, was sort of 5 million years ago. This was back here being active. And so this has been going on, and it's all a fascinating thing. And if you back up now, what do we see? The previous picture that you were looking at was right down here. That's Hawaii, and this is way out in the Pacific. And what we're going to do now is zoom in just a little bit on this so that you can see it more clearly. And so here we will go. And so the previous picture was down there in the corner at Hawaii. The flood basalt that came from the start of the Hawaiian hotspot is already gone. It has gone down the subduction zone and been turned into volcanoes or other things up here in the Aleutian Arc. This is sort of 81 million years since this was down here at the active hotspot. This corner here is about 43 million years old. So this has been going on for a long time. The fact that the angle changes is probably because the direction that the plate is moving changed about 43 million years ago. Although it's possible there is a little bit of motion of the hotspot as well. And so there you see a hotspot.